Good morning. How are you today? Well, yesterday we made history of a bad kind, but also of a good kind. Starting with the good kind, Ossoff won in Georgia, meaning that the Senate is now divided 50-50. And with Kamala Harris, when she becomes our vice president, we'll have control of the Senate and the House. And perhaps then we can make a difference for the better. It won't be easy, but it'll be better than the present. Yesterday we had members of the House and the Senate say aloud in Congress, in violation of their oath, of the facts, of court proceedings and everything else, that the election wasn't fair, and debated whether or not electors should be counted and Biden should become president, posturing for a mob that was arranged in that city, in Washington, D.C., by Trump to support these traitorous individuals. And while they were debating it, there were a couple of speeches that are worth note. First of all, we had a quite spectacular statement by McConnell, the majority leader, the outgoing majority leader, who said how wrong it would be for the present race and for the future to decry the facts, to ignore that Biden had been chosen rightly by the voters across America in the popular vote and in the electoral vote. And later in the day, Mitt Romney also spoke. That is, after the mob came in and invaded the chambers, the People's House, incited to do that, to in effect riot and to break into the building and overrun the guards, so that Trump, by force, could do what he couldn't do by law and by franchise. Now, while some Republicans acted responsibly yesterday, you have to consider the fact that we didn't get to this point by accident. McConnell, when he could have spoken out and said this firmly earlier when these false challenges started, didn't. He didn't defend the Republic, didn't follow his oath, didn't follow the Constitution. And there were others. And so, by contrast to their bad conduct in a day where they had no place to hide, when it favored them to oppose Trump finally and late in the game, they spoke out. Pence did what the law at a minimum required, and he's considered a hero by some. Really? Meanwhile, the Orange Menace walks the halls of the White House, mimicking in a way Nixon's craziness when he had to leave, his crying and sobbing and praying. And apparently what Trump has been doing has been shouting and screaming, and they haven't been able to suppress him. And after inciting this riot yesterday, he went back to the White House and he sat there in silence. And when forced to give a statement that was prepared and taped, he ad-libbed stuff saying how he loved the demonstrators and how they should go home now. And to me, it almost felt like, you better get out of there now because the police are finally coming. They're coming from Virginia. They're coming from Maryland. They're coming from New Jersey. The National Guard is coming. The DC police is going to be on the scene. All of which beg the question, where had they been when these protesters massed the Capitol, surrounded it, and no one was there to stop them? Well, they were there, but they didn't stop them. They overran them. They broke windows. They ran through the halls. They went through Statuary Hall. They sat in the seats of the Speaker and the Majority Leader. They went into their offices. They terrified people. 4 people are dead. 1 was shot trying to break into one of the offices. In my lifetime, I've seen such violence, but never so foreseeable as yesterday. Never so derogatory of everything that we purport to stand for, that anyone could debate for an instant that the 25th Amendment isn't appropriate. Just didn't observe what happened yesterday. By close of business today, we should have the 25th Amendment in place and him removed. And yes, Pence vice president for the remaining few days, the 12 days I believe that are left, until Biden can take the oath of office. And that was the good thing, that Biden was confirmed yesterday, surprise, as the president-elect. We also should have an impeachment. And the objective is similar to invoking the 25th Amendment. The purpose of the impeachment is to bar him from running for office again. And there must be a criminal investigation. There must be arrest. There must be a study why nobody at the Capitol stopped these people. That there wasn't sufficient security before this happened. Was that arranged? It looks suspiciously that way. There was no secret what the president was doing. So, democracy lives another day. But if people had listened to Adam Schiff when during the impeachment, he said, mark my words, you should vote to convict him because he'll do it again. And he did. So, we've made a step forward to restore the republic. But at what cost? And we need to do more than jawbone this. We need to work this problem. So, that's some of my thinking today. I hope you're doing well. Pretty chilly here. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.